Hi, good evening everyone. We're starting our warming phase laying down, and I'll probably work this way, and then when we're on our feet I'm going to work this way on my mat. So adjust your mat as you need to, and just for the first couple of minutes of quiet time you can lay down or you can sit up, and you don't have to sit like this. You can sit with legs straight, legs wide, you can use cushion, whatever's good for you. So if you're going to lay down, you might want to have a bit of movement into the body first to get yourself comfortable, and then bring arms wide. And if you're seated with me, have a go at just bringing thumb and forefinger together, resting the hands on your knees. Okay, when you're ready, closing your eyes and just taking a scan of your body. So you could scan from the top of the head all the way down to the feet. And you can just observe how your body feels today, tonight. And if you notice any areas of tension, you could bring a bit of movement into those, or even take a big breath in and imagine the breath going into those. When you're ready, begin to focus on the breath coming in and out of the nose. And then see if you can follow the breath. So you might notice your ribs moving out and in, or your belly rising and falling. If you notice too much in your shoulders or your collarbones, see if you can just soften those, and then return to following the breath again. So just taking a moment to place your day to one side, any thoughts to one side, and come more into this present moment, focusing on the body and how it feels. So when you feel ready, start to wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. Maybe circle ankles and wrists. It might feel good just to turn your head side to side wherever you are. And then if you're seated with me, come and lay down. And if you are laying down, just slowly bring the knees into the chest. You might want to just do that one at a time, first of all. Then keep one knee in and extend the other leg long. Just take a couple of breaths here. So your eyes might still be closed with me, or they might have opened. And then change sides, bring the other knee in. Place the feet on the ground. Bring your palms together and rub the palms. And then when they're warm, place them over the eyes. And then you can open the eyes and look through the cracks in the fingers and move the arms away. So come back to having one leg long and the other knee in. You can either hold under the thigh or over the shin, whatever feels best for you there. I'm going to move from doing this on one leg to the other. So some of you might be here, and that's fine. Some of you might have your knee pulled right in. So wherever sits right for you. So this other leg that's long is coming just off. So we're moving one leg in and then the other leg in. So you go to your range of movement right now, but you might find that gradually, the more you do this, the more you can pull the leg in. And I don't mind if this other leg goes on the ground or if it stays just off. Start to really follow the breath and to pull the knee in a bit more. You could even be here, look. If that feels too much to have the leg long, so whatever feels good for you. Let's do a couple more. and then bring both knees in. Now keep feet together. I want you to exhale, push your knees away just a little bit, and then open the knees to come back in. So feet are never parting. We can perhaps take our hands now onto the inside of the knees, so we can start to warm and open the hips a little bit more. Let's do 2 more. And hold the knees in. So when you're ready, come over to all fours. And I'm going to set myself up facing you this way now. But do whatever's best for you. So I want you to have your knees a bit wider so they're quite close to the edge of your mat. And then we're going to take the left arm and thread the left arm through. And I want you to take a couple of breaths here. And then unthread. I want you to lift the arm. Now don't try to take it too high just yet. Maybe reach it to the diagonal. Take 2 breaths there. Hands come down, you're going to step the left leg forward. You're just going to hold a lunge here and drop that back knee forward. Now you can always pad up your mat a bit. This is the only work on the knees, but you can always pad up your mat if you want to. So we're feeling a stretch there. And then we're just going to climb up. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Come back to the wide knees again. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So it's inhale, thread the arm through, the right arm first. 2 breaths. And then unthread, just reach to the diagonal for now. 2 breaths here. Step your right leg forward. Ease yourself into a bit of a stretch there for the hip. And then when you feel ready, breathe in, lift the arms. Breathe out, lower the arms. Inhale, come to all fours. Exhale, push up and back to down dog. So you've got your feet hip distance, tailbone really high. And then you're pressing through your fingers, through your thumb to get lots of length in the spine. Doesn't matter if your legs are bent or if your legs are straight. So I'm showing you from the side here. You want to have a look. Come down to your knees when you're ready. Knees wide again. So now I'm going to move in between this. We're going to inhale, lift first, seeing as I'm so desperate to lift first. Lift the left arm and thread the arm. Come again, and each time you lift now, you're seeing if you can reach higher towards the sky. Let's do 1 more. So really open, thread again, and then step that left leg forward. Reach up once more into this twisting lunge, and then wrap that arm behind you and roll your shoulder back. So see if you can really feel your shoulder blade there come into your back. Let's come back to the knees. Remember, the knees are wider, just so you're a bit freer. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, thread through. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step your right leg through. Exhale, lift the right arm. And then we can wrap that arm, roll the shoulder back, really engage the shoulder blade. Breathe in, hands down. And breathe out, come back to downward dog again. So from here we're going to take tiny little walks with the feet in to reach the hands. So we're in forward fold. We can keep the feet hip distance, we can let the head hang, and the legs can still be bent. If you want a little bit less, just rest elbows on the thighs, come up a bit. Breathe in and rise, let's come all the way up. And release the arms and just clasp your hands behind you. So roll those shoulders back. Get a real squeeze in the shoulder blades and a lift in the chest. Okay, so come to the front of your mat. You might be working sideways or you might be working to the front. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale and come to chair pose. So we want to come low into the legs. We want to make sure we're not too arched in the lower back. So we tuck the lower back or the tailbone just under, just a little bit. Really reach with the arms if you can. And then take a big breath and step your right leg back. So you find yourself in a lunge here. Now your back leg wants to be straight and lifted. And if these arms get too tired, just let them drop at any time. Otherwise they're staying up. We're going to move in between Warrior Two and this standing lunge. So I want you to put your back heel down, adjust your feet. So the heel of this front foot lines up with the middle of the instep of the other foot. And there's your Warrior Two. Now I'm going to move a little bit quicker. So back heel lifts and we pivot on it. So it's a little tricky on balance. Turn to me, arms lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pivot on the feet. Adjust them if necessary. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Turn to me. So you should feel this a lot right here in your back hip. Exhale. Inhale, heel down. Open to the side. And then bring your hands down, lift your back heel and step in. Roll up, lift the arms, stay there if you can, and come back to your chair pose. So this hip here should feel a little bit different to the other one. See if you can come a bit lower in your chair pose. See if you can send your arms further back, but keep those shoulders relaxed. I don't ask much, do I? Okay, so other side. So your left leg steps back. You find your lunge. So we just take a little bit more time over this first one, like we did before, to set ourselves up. So we inhale, heel down. We adjust the feet. You want this knee out. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, turn as smoothly as you can, ignoring me. Exhale. Turn one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then hands come down and we step in. So let's roll up. Inhale, lift the arms, reach back a little bit. And then release the arms and shake out your legs. So we're going to practice a balanced Warrior Three, but with a slightly different position on the arms. So I'm just going to give you a demo. I'm going to show you from the side. So you've done it with me before, and we'll lift the arms. We're lifting one leg to travel back. We're seeing if we can keep lifting the leg as we tip forward. Then when we can't go any further, we're going to open the arms tonight. Okay? I saved myself there. So I'm going to come to the front of the mat and we're going to do it together. So let's breathe in, lift the arms. But let's open the arms first. And we're going to lift your left leg. And we're going to tip forward. See if you can keep this chest lifted. Keep coming. Now, don't look at me anymore. Look at a spot on the ground. See if you can now drop your left hip. So your hips are level. You'll feel that kick in to your bottom of your right leg. Can you come a little bit further? And then step down. Now in terms of the standing leg, a little bend in it, ideal, but don't worry if it's straight. So let's breathe in, arms lift, open the arms again. This time the right leg is lifting, we're tipping forward. When you've got to your edge of your balance, level your hips. Keep breathing and then step down. Well done. So you're going to turn your body to your right and take a big wide step. And then I want you to turn this left foot to me. Okay, so you see I've got a line on my mat. So if you imagine you've got that, so the back foot's cutting the corner, this front foot's coming to me, and we're coming to Trikonasana or triangle. So we've got both our legs straight as we can. You're going to reach to me and let the hand fall. Now most of you know this, but I'll show you from the side because I think I've got some new people might be joining me. So you'll see both my legs are straight. I want you to imagine you're sandwiched between two planes of glass, and I want you to pull up through your thighs there. And then this top arm, I want you to wrap it like we did in the warm-up. Roll the shoulder back and look up. If you want more, this hand here, just bring this hand slightly forward. So that should be a strong stretch in one leg. Now breathe in and turn that left foot to face forward and come to wide leg forward fold. So I don't mind if the legs are bent or straight. And you're going to leave your right hand here in the middle. You're going to breathe in and lift your left arm. Now, many of you have been here with me before, but the challenge tonight is I want you to engage your abdominals, lift a bit higher, see if you can take that bottom hand off, and then keep working this top arm round. If it's too much, put the hand down. I can feel this a lot in the back of my legs, so see how you feel. One more breath, hand down. Now bring your hands to your thighs and roll up. Turn this left foot to me and step a bit wider. So now we're in Virabhadrasana 1. So you've got this back foot turned in a little bit. We're going to sweep arms up, interlace fingers, index finger points up. Let's connect strongly with both feet and stay. So breathe in and step in. I'm going to repeat that last move we just did on that side. I'm going to start with it on this side. Okay, why don't you watch something else? So we breathe in, connect that back foot, deepen that front leg. Now we want to open to our triangle, so we're going to set the feet up in line again. So we've got that right foot to me, left foot cuts the corner and the legs are straight. And then you're going to breathe in and reach to me. Pull up through the thighs. And then if you can, wrap that top arm behind you, roll that shoulder back. Bottom hand can come forward. Breathe in and lift. Turn both feet to face forward. And then come down. Leave your left hand there. And you're going to breathe in and lift your right arm and turn to me. Now, if it was too much on the other side, stay with the hand down. Otherwise, just lift the hand just off and keep turning. Keep breathing. And then hands down, hands to thighs, and roll up. Whew, well done. Now we're going to return to our warrior three balance with our arms wide. If it was a challenge before, you're going to stay exactly with what you've done. Otherwise, here's your progression. So just watch me. So we'll tip into our warrior three. And then you're going to see if you can turn your body towards this leg. So it's not towards the leg that's lifted, it's towards the leg that's on the ground. So you leave your arms wide, you're looking down, and you see if you can turn. Now you might just go this far, you might better go further, and then you could step down like me, or if you're feeling clever, you could come back. All right, I've got to do it again, haven't I? Okay, so let's inhale, lift the arms, exhale, open the arms, and let's start by lifting the right leg behind us. Let's see if we can create this great shape that we did before. So we tip right forward, then we see if we can level the hips. Now if you're still there and you want more, don't change the arms, just think of turning your chest. So eye gaze looks down, but you're turning your chest to your left. Keep breathing, keep turning. It should really get you in your bottom cheek. And then if you're still there, see if you can inhale, come back to the center and step in. Woo. That felt tough. So let's breathe in, lift the arms, open the arms, and let's come to the other side. So left leg lifting, tipping forward. You might stay there, or you might begin to turn. And if you're still there, doesn't matter if you touch down, just lift the leg again. See if you can bring yourself back round and step in. Some strong work on the legs. So we're going to come and lay down. I'm going to spin my mat. So we've worked these legs quite hard, so we're going to just finish off with a little bit more of that, and then I'll stretch you out. So let's come down, roll yourself down, bring your feet to hip distance, and then we're going to roll up into a bridge position. Now see if you can squeeze your bottom to lift your hips really high. And then you can either stay here with arms wide, or you could clasp your hands and walk your shoulders in. We have opened up through the chest, so many of you will find to do this. So if you've got a big belly now, you're in the right position. That's what it should look like. Now I find bridge quite tiring, so come down sooner than me if you want to, or stay up while I'm talking about our progression. So we're going to release the arms, roll down, and it's always good to bring the knees in between to give the back a bit of a relief. So we're going to do two more. You could stay exactly the same, or you could have a go at lifting a leg. We're going to work on, let's say, 2 to 5 breaths, holding it for that long. So let's reset feet. Let's come up. You make your choice with the arms, and then you lift the leg, and then you stay. 2 breaths, 5 breaths. If you feel everything dropping or changing, come out of it. And bring your knees in. So I think I held mine for about 4 breaths. So if you're still up there, come down now. And we'll do one more working the other side. So let's roll up, find hands again, and then choose. So you could keep both feet down, or come here. Keep pushing through the foot too, so that helps lift your hips higher. You decide how long you stay, and then come down and bring your knees in. Now take arms wide and just drop your legs to me. And just take a couple of breaths there. You could roll your head and look to the back if you wanted to. And then bring your legs over the other side. So we're not staying here for too long. We're just doing this as a bit of a release for the back. We're also going to take a stretch for the bottom. So I want you to bring one foot across your knee and bring your legs up. So we often use this stretch in lots of different classes. It's not necessarily just a yoga position. And you could see if you could bring this knee in quite a lot tonight to again relieve the lower back, soften the lower back. You could hold here if you wanted to. Change legs when you're ready. Okay, so you might want to stay here, drop your feet to the ground and let your knees open so you've got the soles of the feet together. And if you want to finish the class laying down, just enjoy this stretch for a few breaths. If you're going to finish the class sitting up, we're going to do the same thing, just sitting up briefly. So soles of the feet together. And then we'll just come forward a little bit. And laying down or seated, you might just want to have a little bit of a rock side to side with your knees. Okay. Then finding a position of comfort to finish the class. So you might want to finish it where you started, in your seated position here. You might want to stay laying down with your knees open or bring your legs long. Remember, if you're seated, to sit up tall, and then let's close our eyes wherever we are and return to focusing on the breath. Now I feel quite different. My spine feels a lot longer, my shoulders lower, and I feel a lot of heat in my legs too from the work we did. So just noticing any changes in your body. And hopefully if you've forgotten about everything else for half an hour, then that's even better if you've cleared your mind. But also noticing how the breath is. So has the breath changed? So at the beginning we followed the breath, we noticed whether it was in the ribs, the belly, and if it was in the chest, I asked you to try and soften that. So hopefully now the breath's sitting lower and the shoulders, the collarbones are completely relaxed. So I want us to just gradually open the eyes now. So you might want to move the body a little bit first, or even the head. And you might want to open and close your eyes a few times. Now if you're laying, you can stay there, or you can roll onto your side and come and sit up with me. So we're just going to complete the class with a couple of breaths together. So let's inhale, lift the arms And as we exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe in again and breathe out. And let's do one more. Inhale, exhale. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon. I hope.